I wish ye a Merry Christmas. I wish ye a Merry Christmas. I wish ye all a Merry Christmas from my heart to yours. Welcome along to this special festive storytelling session with me, Perrin the Storyteller. Now, I love Christmas, as I'm sure a lot of you do out there, and even if you don't really like Christmas, I hope that you'll at least enjoy these stories. Get in the spirit of things, you know. Today, I have 3 special stories to tell you. And I think I'll start with this one, because this one is about a very seemingly mischievous little cat. This is called The Tale of Santa Claus. Now, Santa Claus was a cat. You get it? Santa Claus, like claws. He was a cat. And Santa Claus the cat lives in the North Pole, but Santa Claus the cat was not always named Santa Claus. In fact, Santa Claus the cat used to be plain old Snowy the cat, because he was white and grey in colour, you know. Now, long time ago, like maybe 5 whole Christmases ago, the head elf at the North Pole, well, he was busy, you know, getting things ready for Christmas, making toys, making dinner, and all the while there was Snowy the cat, so excited for Christmas that he only went and pulled the fairy lights down off the window. And then he stole the elf's breakfast. And then he tried to climb the Christmas tree, and after that the head elf said, No. You are going out, Snowy the cat, until I get my preparations done. Go! And he put Snowy the cat out into the snow. Well, now he had a wee bit of peace to get on with his preparations, and he prepped the Christmas dinner. He made fine sprouts and carrots and turkey. Cooked it all to perfection. Ah, ain't Christmas bliss, he said to himself. Now, in the meantime, Snowy the cat went wandering through the snowy fields, looking for something to amuse himself. He walked and stalked through the fields for ages and ages until he heard some mysterious squealing coming from inside one of the bushes. Now, as Snowy the cat was hearing those meow mysterious little screeches, the head elf was there in his kitchen, laying out the table, the turkey, the spuds, the stuffing and sprouts, and... Wait a minute. Where's my Black Forest gateau gone? Said the head elf, looking around the kitchen, because he could not see the Black Forest gateau that he had made especially, but no, it was gone. And you'll never guess what. While he was busy looking for the Black Forest gateau, well, didn't the sprouts go missing? Well, he was sure they had been robbed on Christmas Eve. How rotten! Well, the head elf, he ran round and he locked every window, every door in the house, determined that the robber would not get back in. And when he returned to the kitchen, everything else was gone. The stuffing, the carrots, the selection boxes. Oh no! Christmas is wrecked, said the head elf. How am I going to tell Santa this? Well, there was nothing else for it, you see. He was the head elf, so he had to tell Santa what was going on. So he went to Santa. Said Santa. Let me check this out. And Santa went to the head elf's house and he had a good nose around at the mess and all the empty tables and... "Wait a minute," said Santa. "What do you make of this here? Does this look like claw marks to you here on the table?" Claw marks? Well, the head elf, he had a look. And indeed it did look like claw marks, specifically cat claw marks, all over the table. I know what to do. "Follow those claw marks," said Santa Claus, and off they went, out through the window, down into the garden, and across the snowy white fields. Well, neither of them were happy. Not Santa, not the elf. They didn't have time for this of a Christmas Eve. Can you imagine? Santa had to get off all around the planet, and here was a mysterious cat-like creature causing bother for everyone. And that cat-like creature was going to be in trouble when Santa and the elf got to him. Well, they stomped and they stomped through the fields for ages and ages until they heard meow, 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 mysterious squealing coming from one of the bushes. And when they went to that bush and pulled the leaves aside to investigate, what do you think they saw? They saw Snowy the cat, surrounded by 13 of the scruffiest, scrawniest looking wee kittens you ever did see, all meow, 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 squealing and squealing with delight, 'cause there they were, having the greatest meal they had ever had. Oh, those little scruffy kittens were having turkey and carrots and stuffing and sprouts and you name it. And where do you think all that came from? From the elves' kitchen. And who do you think found the scruffy little kittens and brought them this delicious meal? Only Snowy the cat. Good job, Snowy. Now don't worry, that year the elf did manage to have a Christmas dinner. He had his Christmas dinner round in Santa's instead, with all the trimmings. And later that night, as him and Snowy the cat sat up on the couch with big stuffed bellies after they'd seen Santa away on his travels, the elf turned to Snowy the cat and said, "I think we should change your name. From now on you ought to be known as Santa Claus, 'cause you brought such a great gift to these little scruffy, scrawny kittens." "Meow," said Snowy the cat, and ever since then he's been known as Santa Claus. I hope yous all enjoyed that story of how Snowy the cat came to be named Santa Claus. It's a fun wee story, that one, and I must say, Snowy the cat, aka Santa Claus, has to be one of my festive favourites, I have to say. Our next story is one maybe for some of the weird ones among you that might be watching out there. But of course, we're all wee inside when it comes to stories, so everybody can enjoy this. This story is called A Snowflake, and it is by Claire Kim. A snowflake was falling down from high in the sky. On the way down, it wanted to stop and take a wee rest. It saw a tree. "Can I sit on you?" said the snowflake. "No," said the tree. "You're too cold." So the snowflake went on past the tree. After a while, the snowflake saw a crow. "Can I sit down on you?" asked the snowflake. "No," said the crow. "You're much too bright." And so the snowflake went on past the crow. After a while, it saw a lovely balloon. "Can I sit on you?" said the snowflake. "No," said the balloon. "You're much too prickly." And so the snowflake went past the balloon. After a while, it saw a window. "Can I please sit on you?" it asked. "No," said the window. "You're much too watery." So the snowflake went past the window. After a while, it saw a flower. "Oh, can I sit on you?" "No," said the flower. "You're much too heavy." So the snowflake went past the flower. After a while, it saw a kitten. "Can I sit on you?" "Yes," said the kitten. "You may rest on me." And the snowflake sat on the kitten and rested. And that was A Snowflake by Claire Kim. Now I'd like to finish the session with an oldie but a goodie, and indeed it is my favourite. Now you can ask your mammies, your daddies, your grannies, whoever about this one. Most people will know this wonderful Christmas poem, The Night Before Christmas by Clement Clarke Moore. It is my favourite Christmas poem of all time, and I would love to share it all with ye. So close those eyes, open those imaginations. Let's start. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, as visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and me in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw open the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to the objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeers, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and he shouted and he called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all, as dry leaves that before a wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose was like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke of it circled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know that I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, and the team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all, good night." Well, I hope yous all enjoyed a wee bit of Christmas storytelling with Perrin the Storyteller. It has indeed been all my pleasure to be the one to present this session to you. But alas, the time has come for me to go and get my own Christmas shopping and Christmas preparations done, because I am so behind. But you know, I just kept getting distracted by all them great stories. So everybody, Merry Christmas to ye all, and to ye all, good night from I, Perrin the Storyteller. Bye.